And we're back live. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to more General Assembly. I'd love to say the show that brings you more, but I'm slightly concerned that we have three of my fellow Brits here at the moment. We have...
You can't even remember his name. That's
Tom.
a strong start.
All right, so if we're going to go with a strong start, Tom Rolling.
Okay.
I'd like to welcome Laura, Tom and Neil.
Thank you. I feel welcome.
From British Youth for Christ.
Correct.
Now, can we just clarify? British Youth for Christ or Youth for Christ Britain?
Oh.
Well, if you ask us,
Yeah.
British Youth for Christ.
And if we ask chartering?
Well, I don't know, but we're chartered with the charity commissioners as British Youth for Christ.
Fantastic. So welcome, British Youth for Christ.
Thank you so much.
You're very welcome.
Delighted to be here.
Excellent, fantastic. Doing my research and my preparation for you guys coming on, I got hold of
Well done.
just like I say, Neil,
Thank you.
great picture, great article. I thoroughly enjoyed reading it.
What was it about?
Well, you were plotting a journey, and I'm not entirely sure.
You don't remember. You didn't read it.
I did. You're talking about changing the future. Great.
Changing the future.
Then, Laura, yours is also fantastic.
Why, thank you, Matt.
I did read that, and
Thank
it was
you.
like it's
Oh, he did read yours, is what I took from it.
similar theme to what you're talking about here.
That's actually-
Yeah.
General
So
Assembly.
that is a picture of me, not Laura.
I know. But then, Tom,
Yeah,
as I was flicking through,
yeah.
You're not in it.
I couldn't find you in it.
What are you on about?
We don't like to talk about Tom. You know, like Bruno.
Oh.
Yeah, we don't talk about
I'm
Tom.
as surprised as anyone to be here.
So, I'm going to start with you, Tom. Seems like you aren't featured in the latest edition that landed through everybody's door in the UK.
Let me have a look at that. Give me that.
But then, Tom,
Tom's not seen it.
We don't tell Tom we make that. Try and keep him away from it.
so Tom, tell us, how do you fit into the picture of British Youth of Christ? What do you do, and why on earth are you here?
Oh, excellent questions. Yes, so I joined Youth for Christ as a movement in 2016, joined the national office in 2021. I'm currently the Pulse lead at British Youth for Christ, which is about creating networks of youth leaders in local areas.
Fantastic. The Pulse lead.
It sounds impressive.
It really does. I'm really quite impressed by that as a role. And do you feel it's growing and developing? Is it something that you've been able to put your own unique stamp on?
I would say so. I mean, we are experimenting with it conceptually. So right now we're having lots of different conversations with people from different parts of the UK who are all giving us their perspectives on what they need and what we need to give them. So it's a continual conversation at the moment, but it's one I'm delighted to be a part of.
Excellent. And Neil, you're the fearless leader. You are the national director of British Youth for Christ. How are you feeling?
I'm okay.
Do you? And what's new? What's shaking?
Lots of things, man. It's all in my article. If you actually bother to read it, then you'll be able to. Now, let me read it quickly.
So, this is the thanks I get for all the coffees that I brought you.
Well, no, I'm so sorry. There is nothing in this mug. It looks good. It says more on it, but there's nothing. Is there anything in here? I just looked at EJ and he rolled his eyes. He's not going to get me a drink. So I don't know if you can lead with the whole coffee thing. Anyway, what were you saying, Matty?
I was saying that's all the thanks I get for all the coffees I brought you in mornings on trips. And
No, that's true. That is true.
you complain. I mean, come on.
That is true. We've had one or two coffees.
I'm just going to put like an awkward pause in there, like one or two. That's all I'm worth. One or two
Safe
coffees.
taking that in, letting the pain really,
I'm
and
just
really
gonna
sit.
move. I mean, straight on. Laura, hi.
Hi, Martin.
Good move.
Great to have you here.
Why, thank you.
I will reiterate what I said yesterday. Off the bus, you were the best dressed.
Thanks. Well, that's really kind.
It is.
Thanks.
It's kind of
Did you feel?
Tom and Neil both look. Well, Tom particularly looks a bit outraged. You look great too, Tom.
Thank you.
You know-
I mean, to be fair, I do put in no effort to mine. It's probably fair, but you haven't got to lead with that.
Oh, I appreciated it.
Well,
I thought it was a very kind thing to say.
Well, yeah, I suppose it is.
Do you feel personally hurt by that?
Well, I do for some reason.
Tom.
More so than
Tom.
I realised.
Probably top your game.
Maybe.
Yeah, you can feel free to borrow any of my clothes. You're welcome. Got some lovely things you could probably wear.
I mean, where do you shop these days?
Where do I rarely shop anywhere.
Well, that's
My long-suffering wife finds me T-shirts every now and again. She goes, "Put that on," and I say, "Sure." Okay. So I don't really, yeah.
Yeah, let's quickly segue back to... So, Laura, what do you do within the organisation registered with the Charity Commission called
British Youth for Christ. Yeah, excellent. Well, all sorts of things. So I oversee, or have at this point overseen, a lot of our external ministry nationally. So when we work out, okay, how can we work with the local church in reaching unchurched young people in a community? How can we do that best, and how can we best serve them? I sit with other people and go, here's some great ideas. And then some other people who are much more organised than me go, and this is how we're going to make some ideas happen. And then sometimes they do end up happening. And then young people come to know Jesus, and we're all really pleased about it.
That's right. So at the moment, in all the things that are going on across British Youth Christ, all the different things, what are you finding to be the most exciting? I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. I mean, we're barely touching the surface, but what are you most, Neil, what are you most excited about at the moment?
Well, I'm still waiting for you to tell us what's in this magazine, but if you did read the magazine, it would talk about the major change that we're undergoing. So
absolutely.
You've been on...
You can only use your microphone as well, so we can...
Sorry. It was about the major change we've been undergoing for the last 18 months. So we've been on a journey, and we took 40 days out, pray, fast, listen. And off the back of that, we really felt God was asking us to reposition ourselves so that we were much more focusing about empowering and facilitating and resourcing the local church into a local engagement with young people. So rather than us as British Youth for Christ being out there doing it, we're wanting to mobilize the local church, and therefore we're completely repositioning ourselves. And so a lot of what Laura just talked about was around the resources created for that. The grand title that Tom's got with Pulse Lead is not like he does your health check or anything like that, but actually it's about how we can create mission communities to get up and running by local churches who just have a passion to see young people reaching their communities.
Excellent. And you've got a bit of a tour going on at the moment, haven't you?
Well, not really. We're here.
So we're not going to call about the heart of, we'll call it the Heart of Mission tour?
Back to the Heart tour.
Back to the Heart tour.
Yeah.
And I've been
You're
really-
almost there, 50%. I'm impressed.
50%.
I'm impressed.
I mean,
yeah,
only 11 in here.
very high.
Because I know that we are going to be attending one of those days.
Oh, yeah, in Harrogate.
It's the 11th of November, I believe it is.
That's great.
Are you coming?
I am going to be there.
Wow.
As will Tom, possibly.
Tom?
Or maybe there.
Are you going to
Could
take Tom
happen.
to Betty's?
Oh,
I've already been.
I
always
love
lovely
Betty's.
there. Yeah.
Oh, I want to go there.
We'll take him to the one at Harlow Car where it's cheaper and you can just take out coffee.
Yeah, that's true. Harlow's good. We took you to Harlow.
That way you took us to Harlow.
Is that the one? Is that
Cheaper.
the one we went to?
The cheaper one. I'm now realising.
Which is
Yeah.
bubble.
Well, and now I understand why we went there. It's not the expensive one. Thanks, Neil.
Did you have a fat rascal?
Oh, say that again?
Did you have a fat rascal?
Oh no, you have to explain that to me. I had a potato rosti, which was killer. It was
At
delicious.
Betty's.
Yeah,
Remember it.
Did
yeah,
you?
it did. I had bacon and potatoes and happiness. Yeah.
Bacon, potatoes, and happiness. That look like a little sachet.
What is a fat?
So Neil, when was the last time you had a fat rascal?
Well, I'm not sure what a fat rascal is.
Oh, you're just pulling that. Right, so fat rascal is basically a large rock cake, and on it is a cherry for a nose, some almonds for a smile, and a couple of like dried raisins.
Well, you're rarely selling this.
Nothing better than food as a face, in my opinion.
Absolutely.
Like that sounds like a delight.
With the word dry in it.
All right, it's not pizza. It's not, down with the kids. So as a team, you are pretty well known for doing some extreme challenges to fundraise and to show everybody how passionate you are about young people.
Yeah, Neil climbed Kilimanjaro once. He never mentions it.
I know, that's what
He doesn't talk. Yeah, he doesn't talk about it enough. He'd really like to.
It's like Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno. We don't talk about Kilimanjaro.
He never mentions that.
So there must be something else going on.
Is it?
Yeah.
I feel like that's a leading question to which I'm not sure I know the answer. Could you help us?
Well, you've now got 2 dogs, so you must be in training for
I do.
something.
No. They just keep me happy. In fact,
I'm busy.
I'm busy. Yeah. No, we just got a new puppy, and I went to bed last night thinking, I am happy to be here, but I'd rather be with my puppy. So,
I mean, There are several things I would like to say to compliment what you've just said, but I mean, I never took you as like a fluffy dog kind of person that you'd rather just snuggle in, get a blanket, get a fire, just snuggle with a dog.
Well, that doesn't happen. What happens is that the dog goes outside, gets messy, and sits on me.
Let's call him Barney. Let's name him. Let's name him.
Barney, that's his name, Barney. Barney's a Cocker Spaniel. He's not that fluffy.
Barney and Billy?
Correct.
Okay.
Well,
that's not in the book, and I didn't need to do that.
Impressive.
It's very
Good
impressive.
recall.
Yeah, but I think it was like it was Billy that left a present one.
Oh, yes, no. I mean, probably not for now, but you have a reaction on my dog. It's only you. It smells you and immediately goes. I don't know why that is. Sorry, could you just tell me how many people are actually listening? I'm concerned about
The numbers are going down quickly. It's fine, don't worry. It's descending numbers.
So where I was leading with this one was, you guys are always active in evangelism, in fundraising, in building mission, and in growth. And Neil's just desperate for
I realise it moves.
It does move. You can actually
could have told me that.
So what's on the horizon? There must be another event that you're doing that's quite significant that you're looking to launch from a fundraising perspective.
Well, at the minute, we're a little busy with we're basically redesigning and redoing almost everything we do.
What?
So as a response
No
to
way.
our heart of the Back to the Heart tour and wanting to really serve local churches, we're going almost not quite back to the drawing board, but almost in what we do. So currently, all of our teams are working super, super, super hard on new resources, new events, all kinds of different things that we will launch in 2024 in how we can help youth workers on the ground get into their local schools, get into their community. Get into their communities. I just thought I'd hit the table in effect, and be more active in helping the church wider with big C recognise the importance of unchurched young people. So our time and attention at the moment is that's our big challenge. That's the thing we're working towards, is getting all of these bits and bobs launched, exceptional and effective in an ideal world.
It's but it is exciting at the same time.
Oh yeah.
Because there is so much, and everything is changing. We just did an interactive workshop on live streaming, media, and other bits and pieces. And this conversation about AI keeps cropping up. The Mid-Journey versus the ChatGPT 3.5, and things like that. And half the people are really excited, and the other half are in fear. And I know that there's been some materials come out about AI from you guys as well on the podcast.
Right. I don't know, because I didn't hear that particular one.
Oh, you didn't listen to that one?
Well, no. But they are excellent podcasts.
Excellent.
The last one was particularly good.
Yeah, that had you in it. You looked a little more comfortable in that one than you do in this one.
Well, I don't know where this is going, Martin. I never know what the questions are going to be.
So, okay, then, if I was to ask you a question that I haven't asked.
About AI?
No, just in general.
Because I could tell you about AI. I quite like AI. AI wrote my last board report. It was particularly good.
Is that true?
Yeah.
Wow.
I just want to see what it would do. So I put some keywords in and then just said go, and it came up with a spectacular report. Nobody questioned it. It went through.
That's really interesting.
That's a great fact.
Yeah.
I mean, are you on the board?
Not on the board now, I'm on the leadership team.
She gets the reports. She didn't read it.
Okay. Was she named in the report?
No.
Oh, no, you get.
Again, they're trying to talk about me. Keep me off the radar.
You are the Bruno.
Yeah.
So I was going to say, Neil, if you were to be asked a question that I haven't asked, that you wanted to be asked, not necessarily that would make us go, what question would you like us to ask you? I mean, it's a cheesy one, but Tom, would you like to ask that question?
Yeah, let's come up with a good one. So Neil, when you
Tom was asking me the question.
Yeah, well, I thought I put you.
I'm just making up.
Yeah.
You get to have fun now, yeah.
So
Surely you're interviewing us.
Yeah.
Surely we're here for you.
I
Surely
kind
you've
of
done
want to know what Tom wants to ask.
preparation here.
Yeah.
You were holding my preparation. The magazine you never read, but shows the lead on.
It came through the door as we were getting ready to leave, and I was like, oh, there's Neil, there's Laura, there's no Tom, we're off.
Well, no, Tom's not in here. We established that.
Oh, I am. 100%.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, Tom.
Tom.
Tom to...
Bingo.
I didn't know that.
Let me see.
That's great.
Hey, Tom, continue interviewing Neil.
Yeah. So Neil, when you when you imagine the next 2 to 3 years at British Youth for Christ and the impact we're going to have organisationally on the lives of the millions of young people, what do you imagine about what we're going to achieve and how?
I imagine it will be good.
And is Tom part of that picture?
And what will he be wearing, importantly? Because he's going to have upped his wardrobe by that point.
I actually doubt that. I think that's...
Well, Tom, that's a very good question, and thank you for asking it. I imagine a future where we are resourcing the church, where we are seeing the church up its game and come to life and rediscover its confidence and its voice when it comes to reaching young people. I imagine that many more young people will be walking into churches and their lives being changed. That's what I dream for.
That would be killer, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Okay, could you rate my answer?
Oh, I'm going to give that a solid 8.5. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
That's quite strong, actually.
That's out of 9 as well.
He's actually feeling quite positive towards me because we were supposed to share a room, but unfortunately our chair got COVID and hasn't been able to come, so I took her room.
So it was unfortunate for her, but it wasn't unfortunate for me because.
But I did actually spend the whole night worrying whether she was sharing a room.
Yeah, it was going to be with me, so...
Oh yes, but let's move on. Let's move on.
Youth Christ International and general conferences and room allocations. I mean, there have been a few people already in this conference that have asked if they could change their allotted room buddy.
I mean, it's only been, what, one night?
Yeah, and that one was before it is even one night.
Was that Sam?
No comment. No, it was not Sam. No. Maybe? No. Well, I think I'm going to look at EJ.
EJ, how are we doing?
How are we doing, EJ? How are we doing for time?
I don't know. Did you press the button?
Oh, yeah, we've got a button.
We've not recorded any of this? Is that what you say? Oh.
We just set a dial to for 15 minutes.
Oh, thanks. You're starting now?
Yeah, we have
Let's
15
go.
minutes to... Oh, now,
But EJ,
can I ask a question?
No,
Did you bring the cards?
Yeah.
Oh, Yeti.
Martin, you told me to. I do what I'm told.
So one of the things I really wanted to talk about was Yeti. Because everybody... I mean, that was like...
Yeah, right. Bang them on the table.
All right, so tell me about Yeti. What is it? How do we play it? And what do we do?
Okay, so it's a picture. It's got pictures in it, so we're going to have to be a bit verbally descriptive. But Yeti is a game that we created because we thought, how do we make sharing Jesus fun? How do we make it something that young people want to do and want to spend time doing? So Yeti, I think it's 7 in Uzbekistan, and it's got seven different games in it that you can play. So the cards are split in 2, they're in squares, and on one set of square cards are pictures that can be used as memes, camera. And then on the other set of cards here we go. We've got subjects on one side, for example, goals, happiness, news,
Strong.
the future. And then on the other side of those cards, we've got 2 lists. So we've got questions down one side, captions down the other, and a prayer prompt at the bottom. And then you basically use those cards to play 7 different games in different ways.
Wow.
Yeah. And some of them are really fun, and some of them are really not fun. No, I'm joking. Some of them are like high fun content, and some of them are like high spiritual content. So, and then there are ones in between, and you can just adapt them to your group. The best quote I've heard this week of this game is that one of our centres, one of our kind of local expressions, has been using it on detached work, and they said, I quote, "British Youth for Christ have actually created something good." So, yeah,
wow.
I mean, a quote from Mr. Tom Rawling when he started playing it.
Oh, yeah?
Remember what you said?
I do remember.
Tell me.
You actually said it was going to be written
I
on
was
the box.
I was disappointed it wasn't.
Yeah, I'm still a bit sad.
What was it? With a crayon. What was the quote, Tom?
Not the worst game I've ever played.
Not the worst game I've ever played. There we are, ladies and gentlemen.
But
Heard it here
to
first.
be fair, that was early stages.
And now it is one of the worst games you have ever played. And you wouldn't touch it with a barge pole. So we're doing really well.
We didn't write it on the box.
In fact, you play this game with young people and they don't want to know Jesus anymore. Like, they're just not about them out. I know.
Everyone puts Yeti into their username.
Yeah. So there we go.
So how do we get hold of it? How do people get hold of this game?
So you can buy it.
Oh,
That's
really?
the thing. Yeah, it is purchasable on the Youth for Christ shop. And it is it is really fun. It is really fun. It gets a bit chaotic. We often, when we do stands, we get Yeti out and we get young people to come around and play it, and it's a really nice like atmosphere builder, and yeah, it's a good laugh.
Fantastic. So if you want to know more about Yeti, and if you are also here at General Assembly, find Tom, because he gave the best quote, and then find Laura, because she's got the cards.
Yeah.
And then buy Neil a coffee. Get one of those tokens out your bag.
Get one here.
You're going to get one on the way out. I could have you slurping and dribbling and putting mess down your top.
Came in with a sweet in his mouth, to be fair, so he didn't.
Completely been dribbling coffee like it's been a home kind of old girl.
Okay.
Well, thank you so much.
Pleasure.
This is me drawing it to a close officially, because it's been fun. It's been slightly awkward at times.
No.
But generally it's been fun.
For us.
Tom, what is your final word for this part of the show?
Well, make sure to dress yourself well.
Okay.
Make sure to imagine the future very clearly.
Yes.
And buy Yeti.
Top job.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Laura. Thank you very much,
Pleasure.
Tom. Thank you very much, Neil. Fearless leader of Boyle. And we'll see you around. Bye for now.
Bye.
Cheerio.